Hi everybody, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. Hope you can stay with us for the next hour. It is jam-packed. We have got athletics, bowls, cycling, Australian bodybuilding, Southern Footy League, swimming, Bevo's tips not too far away, and not too far away, Sam Bradbrook will join us from the Footy Mag. So welcome to Rob Popplestone Show. Poppy, how are you?
Look, I'm going well because the Crows are going well and Port Adelaide aren't going so well. What a great weekend that was. You know, the Crows were so good last week. They were very good. So
Scotty Thompson announced, of course, this week that he's...
Look, I don't reckon any real surprise, but what it gives him is a chance for the club and him to organise a farewell appropriately, not a repeat, I hope, of the Tyson Edwards situation. So let's hope...
Would you give him a farewell game? 308 games, he's played, he's been an absolute champion.
I think if there's an opportunity, and
there will be,
and if there is, then he should take it.
Yep.
And there was a clear opportunity for Tyson Edwards. That was I think that was the point of discussion of that one. I know we've almost done that ad nauseum over the years, but for Scott Thompson, I think there'd be a fair backlash if the crowd didn't get an opportunity to send him off. It may well be pre-game, but they need an opportunity.
Yeah, well, they're top of the ladder. There's 5 games counting this weekend to go. They're going to sit on top of the ladder. There's a couple of games there that I think they could comfortably say they would get.
At the same time, Scotty himself,
to rest some people.
Yeah, he wouldn't want a freebie.
No, but there's a chance there. I mean, Crouch has got the fractured cheekbone, so there's an injury there. A couple of injuries trying to rest players and manipulate your best form into the finals. There's a chance for Scotty to get there.
On the flip side of that, for Port Adelaide, I know we're going to talk at the end of the program, but...
Disappointed, are you?
Well, yeah. What was that?
Terrible.
Well, wouldn't you be disappointed?
So Melbourne played manic footy, heaps of pressure, and they didn't respond.
What? Yeah.
You know the most disturbing part, then I know where you're going with this, and we will discuss at the end of the show, is that they didn't bring their game and they weren't ready to play.
Well, how can you use that as an...
Well, it's unacceptable.
I know I'm interrupting,
it's unacceptable.
And
I'm
getting excited.
Ken Hinkley said the same thing. It's unacceptable.
But how many times are they going to put up unacceptable performances?
All right,
how many times have you heard Hinkley say that?
Who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Well,
the coach has gone in.
You only blame the
coach has gone in, he's delivered the same thing all week, given the message, players don't turn up, so you blame the players, but is there anyone else responsible?
No,
just the players.
Well, you've been around long enough. The players have to take ultimate responsibility.
Yep.
The coach normally does, but at the end of the day, you can lose a game. There's a way to lose a game. You know, and that wasn't one of the ways to lose a game. That was, to me, that's...
Disappointing is understating it, is it? And a chance to consolidate yourself in the finals.
Yes.
Well, the man who's never disappointing, of course, mate, is Sam Bradbrook from the SA Footy Mag. He's joined us at the table. Sam, how are you?
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm fantastic.
Are you Crows or a Port fan?
Oh, I'm actually a Collingwood supporter.
So it's well, geez, I don't know what to say to you.
It's been a long one for
that's
us.
right.
Sam's happy with anything. He's happy with anything.
It's been a crazy year, and probably this, when we bring it down to a local league, it's pretty much the same. There's teams like Tea Tree Gully who at moment are peaking, can't be beaten. Next minute they can't win a game. I think, did they have a bye on the weekend from memory or not?
Bye weekend just gone to stagger the finals, but 5 games left in Div 1. Of course, you can get all your Div 1 coverage in the South Australian Footballer magazine, as well as every other league in South Australia, let alone country leagues.
Mate, Div 1's heating up though. It is heating up.
Hey, remind me just quickly, how many leagues are there in South Australia?
Well, there's 25 country leagues, and then you've got the Adelaide Footy League, Masters Leagues, SANFL, you've got the Crows and Power, all in the magazine, so find
good on you, well done.
Mate, let's focus on Div 1 because it is hotting up. You've had the bye and there is some jostling for those finals positions, but it's nearly solid.
Yeah, we'll just have a look at both the top and the bottom of the ladder. At the moment, Ross Trevor sitting very pretty on top, couple of games clear.
Yep.
Best defence, best attack, the top...
Best in the middle.
Best in the middle. They're best for a reason. Their key round coming up, Port Districts on the weekend.
Okay.
If they can knock them off, they go 6 points clear of them, and top spot in the week off is theirs for the taking. But then the chasing pack, you got Tea Tree Gully, they've had a poor run of form.
I don't know what's happened with them.
Just their attack, probably. Their attack has been a bit dormant, but they've still got the leading goal kicker in the competition, so they're always dangerous. Their key game is coming up as well. They take on Port Districts again, round 18. Okay. All the games in between those sides, absolutely vital. They get a win there. They can maybe pressure Ross Trevor at the top. If they lose, they fall back into the pack. Port Districts, again, I already mentioned them twice, but pretty good form at the moment after a bit of a mid-season slump. Stars are firing at the right time. Play Rocks this weekend in a massive one. Might be. I'm willing to maybe call it game of the season on the weekend.
You know what you should do? I've always found in the media, you call it the game of the century. I mean, it sounds a lot more...
Game of the century. Mate, what about Prince Alfred? Are they hanging around in the final?
Yeah, Prince Alfred, bit of a slow start, but they've picked up form lately. They've piled on some massive scores. Jake Pitt for... Prince Alfred is piling on goals and might take the leading goal kickers very soon. They, again, play Port Districts round 15. Got to win those. Go to the bottom end.
There it is. Relegation's coming, isn't it?
Relegation battle. Salisbury North. Unfortunately for them, they've all but
Have they got
guaranteed
minus points? Did I see on the ladder they had minus?
They have
What's
minus
happened
points. Couple of on-field incidents have
So they
led
take
them.
points off them.
Yep.
But they've taken so many points off them now in the minors because they were actually winning games early, weren't they?
They were in some good form and they've actually fought really hard this season despite losing all those points. So good on them, but unfortunately they're going to spend next year in Division 2. And
These have all been on-field incidents?
yep, from what I understand.
Okay. You can't have play. You can't.
Nope.
You can't
No
do it.
sympathy.
And their key games for the rest of the season is all of them. They've got to win as many games as they can to salvage a bit going into next season.
Yes.
But then it heats up for 9th and 8th, and that's St Peter's Old Collegians on 4 points.
Wow.
They've had a lot of narrow losses and probably been a bit
That's a bit of a
unlucky.
surprise for them. They're usually very strong.
They are usually very strong. Their key game is against Salisbury North in the last round because that could be when they jump into 8th spot. Modbury had a lot of people excited at the start of the season. They now haven't run since round 4.
Wow.
Round 5, and have a good list of young players that aren't really performing.
It's a bit like the
at
Modbury
moment.
Shopping Centre. You get excited until you get there.
Oh, please. Sam, give us one more, mate, then we have to go.
Yeah, they're the side with the worst form by far.
They're not a sponsor, are they?
Not
Their
now.
key games are against Goodwood and Payneham in round 17 and 18, so they play 3 of the flag favourites in the next 3 rounds, so a bit of pain for Modbury.
Okay.
All right, there's a bit coming, Sam. Thanks for coming in. Stay with us. Plenty coming up on the show.